All right, so here's the Forza 300. I've been really happy with it.
I've been searching for a shooting star. I've been trying to find you in the dark. Many nights I wonder where you are. I know you're near but you feel so far. It's okay. When my mind is racing, my heart keeps chasing the way. There's no way of taming what my soul's got hidden away. I'm stargazing.
Hey, it's Pat here. I've been really impressed by this lighting company. Apparently they just rebranded. They were Nanyang, they're now Nanlite, but I've got the Pavotubes, and I have two of these Forza 300s and one of the Forza 60s, and I've been blown away by their build quality. I've been blown away by the light quality. Man, these things look great. Oh, this is the box that comes with it. As you can see, it's this big. All right. All right, so this is brand new, unopened. This is that locking connection point, standard IEC cable. I'll get some close-ups on these locking connections. You can just see these things look so good, and they feel right in the hand, and I feel like I could really rely on them. Comes with an included reflector. And these are all Bowen's S-mount. Got that 3-prong Bowen point. So here's the Nanlite Forza 300. You can see with this yoke, really nice. The feeling is very comforting, and then it's all, you know, with that standard RE tooth alignment. So once it's locked into place, man, there's no jiggle at all. It is really secure. Other little detail, there's a little spring here on the yoke screw, and I gotta say it's fairly convenient. It gives a nice resistance to the knob. Yeah, and this one light is the entire key. It's just one of these. Here's the ballast. A little thick and chunky. Has a nice leather handle on it, so easily hung from a stand. Not only does it have the leather, but it has this clamp right here. This allows you to slot the ballast here and connect it to speed rail or to the pipe of your stand. So if it's hanging in an awkward position, you know, if it's not perfectly where one of your handles are, you can just put this anywhere on your light stand. Little addition that I'm pretty happy about. Of course, user manual, silica gel, and there's a rubber little gasket here to cover the push lock port that goes to the light. But it's a welcomed addition. It's just a little protection. Save those pins, yeah. But yeah. So here's the ballast. Here's the light. Both of them are rather light. They feel good in the hand. You have a little netted compartment. Has a little strap. But you can see on the interior here, you got the ballast, the Nanlite, the reflector. I love how everything's compartmentalized. It's a nice, durable looking case. Yeah, all lights should have awesome cases like this. All right, let me set this up so you can see the luminance. I mean, you're seeing it as the main key fill. So this is with the Aperture Light Dome 2 with, I think it's 2-stop diffusion and a grid. And the Nanlite's kicking out 100%. And, you know, this is way more information than my camera needs. I actually have the quarter ND set up on my FS700, so I'm hitting it with a quarter ND. I'm at F4, 50th of a second. Yeah, it's a lot of power. 0. What is this? 2%. This is 2%. 2% brightness. So if you ever need to completely flare out your lens, I'm gonna point the light like this, where you can kind of see it, but it's not super distracting. Here, the fan is on. You can kind of hear it. All I have to do is turn it off, and the light dims to only 1/3 power output, which is still quite a bit with the Forza 300, and I guess the Forza 500 would be pretty dang bright too. But with the fan off, still functional, absolutely silent. So those close shots where sound is crucial, you can still use these. Awesome. And when the fan is on, kicks up quite a bit brighter. I'm bouncing this off of a black V flat, and it's still bouncing. So that shows you how bright it is. With the fan on, it's not that loud. My key, the fan's on over here. Cut this. Yeah, the key light, the fan's on. It's hardly noticeable in the audio. And yeah. So here's the Forza 300. Very happy with it. And I do want to show in comparison. All right, now here is the Forza 60. Very simple, single yoke. Kind of see it like this. It comes with a 15-volt power adapter. It says you can control it over Wi-Fi. I haven't really messed around with that too much, but I can say the color's awesome. It's about as powerful as the SL60. Actually, has a little more kick than the SL60 from Godox. So I had one of those, but my gosh, it is literally half the size of the Godox. Only downside is it's the smaller Bowens mount. It's not the S mount, but comes with a little reflector. I'll have to look for modifiers on this, but it's technically still a Bowens mount. It's just the small one. Really happy with this. I've been using this in the studio as a hair light. If I didn't have these 3 Pavotubes in the background here, I'd probably be backlit with this sucker, which has been awesome. It just has the greatest color, and these lights, all of them, I've been so happy with their color. I can use these out in the daylight and not even worry about like a color shift or anything like that. Even the Pavotubes, when they're on daylight, they are solid. They say 98 CRI with a TLCI of 95. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Compared to something like the 120D or the 300D, these Forza series lights are a huge contender. I'm definitely excited that I invested into this system. It's the first LED light company that I've invested into and definitely said, wow, I have no regrets. A little bit more money than I would have liked to spend, but man, it's worth every penny, to be honest. All the other junk that I was trying to patchwork through to make happen, I live in Florida, so my conventional Fresnels, I just can't rely on them. They kick off way too much heat. I'm hoping to do some videos talking about my portrait setup and how I'm gonna use these lights in these portrait settings. So yeah, if you like this stuff, I know I've been posting kind of haphazardly, but I'm trying to make it more consistent. So, you know, subscribe, give me a ring, follow me on Instagram. Hopefully I'll be posting more there too. If you want to do any fun creative projects, hit me up.